to the Manc Entrepreneur YouTube channel, and welcome to the golf course. It's really quiet. Obviously, it's like a million degrees and stupid weather to even be attempting to play golf, which is why I'm in a minute going to go home. But I was inspired to do a YouTube video for you today, and it comes off the back of a chat I was having last night with a good friend of mine called Carl. We were discussing numerous things all about life, putting the world to rights as we often do, and it came on to the topic of why you can't be whatever you want to be in life, and ultimately that it's a good thing. And this goes way against the grain of all those other motivational people, motivational speakers will tell you can dream big and be whatever you want to be, and in reality that just doesn't work. A perfect example is, as a kid, as I'm sure one of millions, I wanted to be an astronaut. I'd have loved to be an astronaut as a kid. I still would now. Space fascinates me, and although being away from home for so long would not be fantastic, the whole concept of it is amazing. But I'm terrible at physics. Maths, formulas. I'm not a maths kind of person, and trust me, I tried. I tried to be good at maths, and I just couldn't do it. And that comes onto this. There's different types of people in the world, and we're all good at different things. And back when I was at school, there was no such thing as a e-commerce director, a head of e-commerce, or anything like that. There just wasn't a thing. The job, the internet wasn't a thing as I was growing up. So I think this is, and this was the point that we were talking about last night, is when it comes to education, and you potentially tell children that they can be anything they want to be, do you run the risk of leading them down a path which is not going to work for them? Are they going to waste time trying to be something which they cannot be, through no fault of their own, whether that be like ability, just natural intuition? There's more right side of the brain people and more left side of the brain. Like, I'm not creative either. There's so many things I would be crap at. My imagination is terrible, so me being anything creative, an artist, it just wouldn't work. And the same with, like I said, an accountant. I would be the world's worst accountant because I hate numbers. It bores the living daylights out of me. So imagine telling me as a kid, which I'm sure, in fact, I think the Connections career officer told me I should look into a career in finance. I was like, well, how have you worked that one out? Looking back now, it's just utterly ridiculous. That would be the worst job in the world for me. And again, like I said, it's sort of argumentative almost, because like I said, it goes so much against the grain of what is currently sexy to talk about on the internet, and this motivational quote age that we now live in. You can be anything you want to be. No, you can't. Like I said, I can't be an astronaut. I can't be a doctor. I'm not clever enough. I'm not academically clever enough to be a doctor. And much like I also couldn't be an electrician. I do not have the skills in order to do that. And I think there needs to be a point where we turn round and say, okay, it's okay to admit that you can't be certain things in life. You are not predisposed to be something that you cannot be. For example, a great example is a supermodel. You might be growing up, as a child, and decide that you want to be a supermodel. You get to 18 and you're 5'5". Guess what? You can't be a supermodel. You can be a model by all means, but you can't be a supermodel. Much like, the same thing, same sort of standard there is if you really enjoy basketball as a kid, what your dream was to play, your goal was to play in the NBA, but you stopped growing at 5'11". your odds of getting there are now a lot smaller due to your physical disadvantage. So that's the point that I sort of wanted to make today, was you can't be anything you want to be in life. And yeah, that shit and is what it is. But the sooner that you realise that, the sooner that you can actually nail down, what can I do? What should I be spending my time, energy and effort on? And realigning your goals with something which, alright, might not be your initial dream, but your secondary one could be even better than the first once you start exploring it more. There's so much untapped potential in the world because people are not told that they can do things that don't exist yet. Nobody's, you can create your own job, you can create your own industry. You just have to try, just have to experiment, create, see what happens. And yeah, I think that's a general message for young people watching this. Don't waste time. Try everything. Try lots of things. That one goal, that one dream that you think you may have had could turn out to be utter shite. Really, really could. In fact, I know people. I've spoke about this in videos before. I know people who pursued a career, studied 4 or 5 years to go down a career path that they thought was their dream job, and then once they got in it, didn't like it, and now they're having to retrain to do something that they do like. So you can't be anything that you want to be, but that's a good thing, because if you could be anything you wanted to be, like right now, for example, I'm sure kids all around the country, I hear it all the time, want to be YouTubers, professional YouTubers, and that just wouldn't work, would it? If every child was a successful YouTuber who was making hundreds of thousands of pounds a month, a year, it doesn't work. The system doesn't work. I just saw a comment come in there. I'm not sure how to get this visible on the phone. Instead of focusing and improving your weaknesses, I guess that's a separate kind of topic. Do you focus on your weaknesses and build them up, or do you double down on your strengths and find what you're good at and be better at that than anyone else? Right, that came out wrong. Double down on your strengths and what you're good at instead of focusing on improving your... Yeah, absolutely. That's 100% Gadeeb. That's pretty much what I'm saying. Don't focus on the things that you can't do. Start focusing on the things that you can, and make a career, make a life out of those dreams. And I think you'll see a lot more happiness for sure, but you'll also likely see a lot more success. It's hard. It is hard because so many people focus on what they're terrible at. I'm guilty of it as well. I could just start sending this video numerous times. I'm crap at maths and physics and all those things. But I actually figured I'm quite good at the e-commerce stuff, and I'm quite good at running a business. I have the business mindset. So what did I do? I doubled down on that. That's what I do best. I now know it's self-awareness. It's being self-aware. I'm, never going to be a model. David Gandy is not worried about my presence right now, and rightly so. But it's that's not my strength. My strength is business and e-commerce, and that's what I double down on. And I think there's a message there for anyone to do the same. You can't be anything that you want, so just focus on what you could be and be the best damn one of them that you can be. I think that's the message. So that's a bit of Friday. It almost sounds like unmotivation, but I'm pretty sure it's definitely motivation. With that said, have a fantastic Friday. Hope you're still enjoying this wonderful weather we're having here in the UK. And I know that Canada's having a heat wave as well. I think the USA is having some pretty good weather. So wherever you are in the world, hope you have a fantastic Friday. Enjoy your weekend. And I'll catch you next week. Hopefully we've got some interesting things lined up next week. With a few old faces that you've seen before, and hopefully a few new ones too. So I'm going to let you go. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. Let me know what you think. Tell me that I'm wrong if you want. You tell me that you can be anything. You're going to be the best damn unicorn that you can be. You tell me that in the comments, and I'll tell you why you're an absolute raving lunatic. with that said, again, love to hear your thoughts in the comment section down below. Whilst you're down there, hit subscribe, hit the like button. I really appreciate it. And with that said, I'll catch you in the next video. I've now got to figure out how I turn this off. Where's the live button? Is it there? No, I've just turned that round. That's, yeah, that's a field. How do I end it? Found it. See you guys. Bye. Can't be live.